turn that on because we're not doing that again. But hello, everybody. Or sorry, what if I'm so packed today? I am in pain. My arms are in pain. I worked out too hard at the gym. Overdid it, definitely. So now my arms are sore as hell. But I still gotta make content for y'all to entertain y'all, so then you guys can laugh at something today. Even though Corey Kenshin returned, so all of my videos will be just in and void. And yeah, but today we are going to be doing quote unquote every named Fortnite POI ever tier list maker. Now, obviously this is chapter 3, season 3. So this is obviously not up to date with the current Fortnite locations. I will be doing follow-up videos to this. Obviously, I will be doing videos. I'll be doing a separate tier list of chapter 4 and then chapter 5 and then chapter remix, and then eventually finishing off with chapter 6 if we get to that. So anyway, let's get started. So Anarchy Acres. I can actually play these now, and I can actually give a proper ranking for these. Because I never actually played the OG Fortnite seasons. I started at chapter 3, so not chapter 3, season 3 of chapter 1. So didn't have everything there. So Anarchy Acres, not great. Barely go there, but the times that I do go there, it's basically just a worse Fatal Fields. So yeah. Believer Beach, pretty awesome. I think that it's honestly, in my opinion, it's better than I think it was called Sweaty Sands before Believer Beach, but obviously I'm gonna have a bias here because I love any of the chapter 2 maps, so I'll try to give a unbiased opinion for each, but awesome. It's not God tier. I think there's only going to be like one POI that's God tier. But yeah. Bony Burbs. I don't remember this, but it was awful. I don't remember much. I believe that this is this was in chapter 2, I believe. Yeah, because they have the same text style. So Bony Burbs. It's difficult though. Because I don't really remember Bony Burbs. I remember disliking the POI. Even though it was like a reference to Tilted. I just don't remember liking this very much. Little to no loot. It was hard to navigate around. And yeah. Camp Cuddle, I don't remember, but I remember the vibe of it. Pretty alright. I like the vibe, the cozy little vibe. And Camp Cuddle definitely had that vibe. If I remember, it was like on the complete opposite side of the map of where I think it's called the Sanctuary was. I don't remember, but yeah. Catty Corner, pretty alright. Catty Corner was just, it was something, dude. It was probably the only, not really the only, but it had one of the most unique weapons, which is the shockwave grenade launcher. pretty cool. The boss in there was fun. So yeah. Chonker Speedway, not great. It was just a racetrack, which, you know, that's fun. Racetracks are fun, but it had little to no loot. It was easy to die there. And just overall, you could die to fall damage so easily in this place. Like one little controller slip and boom, you're tumbling down a canyon. Not the worst, but not the best. Colossal Coliseum, not great. I know you're probably like losing your mind. Oh my god, he actually put a chapter 2 map in not great. Colossal Coliseum was a unique map, but there is a better Coliseum type area. Colossal Coliseum was just hard to navigate around. I always found myself getting lost in there anytime I'd boot up the game. The only reason I ever actually went there was for challenges. The only time I ever actually dropped there. Unless I was just feeling goofy that day, I rarely dropped to Colossal Coliseum, mainly because Steamy Stacks was still a thing. Alright. Colossal Crops? Oh, this is another chapter 2 season 6 thing, right? I don't remember the map very well. So I would have put it in awful. Actually, you know what? Add row below. Make it great. No. All right. We're gonna name this one Never Visited for Holiday. just bored. Just because why not? Oh, let's actually make you gray. So yeah, Colossal Crops Never Visited. Mainly because I don't know what that area is. I don't remember if it's... I believe from the colors... Yeah, that replaced Frenzy Farms. I think that's what it's called. But anyway. Command Cavern. Not great. Again, it's one of those POIs where it's a very, very gimmicky POI. Like, you could literally fall to your death if you sneeze once, you will fall to your death. And plus, there's a better version of Command Cavern coming up. Condo Canyon. I don't remember any chapter 3, really. But it was pretty alright. If this is the place that was like, I don't know, Condo Canyon, I don't remember. I don't remember that very well. Coney Crossroads. Dude, again, never really visited Coney Crossroads either. Coral Castle. Not great. I would put it in awful, but I remember having some fond memories of this place. But yeah, it was not that good. I'm sorry, dude. It was not that good. Corny Complex. I have to look up where this is from. Okay, hold on, guys. Corny Complex. Oh, this is the one. This was the. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so this is the state that Frenzy Farm was in right before the event. Oh, where to go? Corny Complex. Not great. Again, I know, surprising, but you gotta understand that Corny Complex had a lot of floating islands. It was just everything that made Frenzy Farm good was almost stripped away. How easily accessible everything was, how flat it was, so then you could get easy kills, but not too easy. It was just good. Covert Cavern. Cavern. Apparently, I'm overtly Minnesotan. I'm gonna have to look up Covert Cavern. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's just Covert Cavern. Where was this? Huh? Wait, I thought that Command Cavern. Wait, I'm so confused. I thought. Huh. Okay, well, bump up Command Cavern and then put Covert Cavern there, because apparently there were more than two versions of that. So Craggy Cliffs, awesome. Honestly, I liked Craggy Cliffs. Craggy Cliffs was a fun little tucked away area, and I loved it. I loved how um, it was almost hidden. So it's like, I don't know. It felt so cozy just landing there. You could imagine yourself living in this area, just being like, ah, what a nice little area. Craggy Cliffs. Um, and also, I believe this is the first and only time we got 2 beach POIs. So that's cool. I just loved the vibe of Craggy Cliffs. Loot wise, I think it was pretty decent, you know? And also, not many people landed there. So that's also a plus. But yeah. Dirty Docks, good POI. Just a good POI. Easy to run around in. There's a lot of loot there. Obviously, there is some challenges with like falling to your death, but that's only if you go to the highest points. But yeah, just overall, Dirty Docks was a pretty solid POI. Doom's Domain, it was okay. It was literally just Pleasant Park. Which with an added bonus of a castle, which, that's cool. Pretty good, pretty solid POI though. Not my favorite, but it was all right. Dusty Depot, awful. I land there with my friend. I play with my friend every once in a while. We've been playing a lot of OG, and on my free time I play the Chapter 6. Dusty Depot, last time we landed there, was god awful. The only plus that I'll give it is that it's easy to walk around. You know what? You're going to end up not great. Because you're easy to walk around. And with the whole mantling system, it's pretty easy to get up to. But for fuck's sake, add more chests to this place. Please. Add more chests to this place. That's all I ask. All right. Dusty Divot. Awesome. I almost remember every, and I do mean every chest location. There was one in the hospital room. There was a couple in the middle area of the place. It was just amazing. The only downside I'll give it is how hard it is to get up to, or to escape the divot, which probably was intentional. Outside of build mode, it was difficult to walk around in. Not really walk around in, but like to get out of there, it was pretty difficult. However, I do like the storyline behind it. That's another thing that I think I haven't really gotten into, is the storyline behind it. Dusty Divot was probably the first storyline POI change, I think. So, yes. Fatal Fields, not great. Here's why. There's not really a real reason for putting it there. It's just... Wait, did I? Hold on. Oh, no, wait. We're putting you above. It was okay. Alright, it was okay. It was fine, I guess. It wasn't the worst thing to ever exist, but... Not much loot. And everywhere there was loot, there was probably another person there. Also, the vibe of it was nice, but I don't really mess with the whole sunny days POIs, so yeah. Flush Factory, not great, really. And this is gonna piss a lot of people off, this entire list is, but it's really hard to maneuver around that place. There's so many props in your way, and then you're always like having to jump around, losing more stamina, and then eventually you just get shotgunned down. It's just difficult to move around in that place. Frenzy Farm, I'm going to say it, God tier. Was not expecting to put Frenzy Farm up at God tier, but it goes there. Because it's big. It's big enough to where you can run around and get your fair share of loot. There's a ton of loot in Frenzy Farm. You can easily see your opponent rather than him running over into a hill and then losing him immediately. It is just a lovely POI. Even the vibes, the color of it was just phenomenal. It is my favorite farm POI. It is just so flat to where getting kills, even if you're a noob, is easy work. And then just, oh, dude. I remember rotating from Steamy Stacks into this place. That was my schedule every time I played Chapter 2. It was always Steamy Stacks, then Frenzy Farm, and then wherever the storm takes us, we'll go to there. That was my rotation all of the time. And you can call it boring, but it was just, chef's kiss. Good POI. Never thought, and the only reason I put it there is because we returned to it, in Chapter Remix. And I never really appreciated any other POI other than Steamy Stacks. But now that we returned to it, I appreciated all of the POIs. And I'm just like, oh, Frenzy Farm was so underrated, dude. Frenzy Farm was just amazing. Frosty Flights, from what I remember, awful. Little to no chests. The only reason you really landed there was to get the planes and then you're set. I think that's the only place you could get planes, if I remember. But yeah. Frosty Flights, loved the winter theme, hated everything else about that POI. Gotham City, not great. Yeah, actually, you know what? No. Movie pretty alright. I liked that DC was finally getting a collab, and we actually got a small POI. Which, first off, Fortnite, how about we get some DC love, huh? How about we allow DC to have its own season? In all seriousness, I never really, I don't think I rarely played this season. Mainly because I was on that kick of hating Fortnite again after liking it for a little bit. I didn't like Fortnite at this time, so I think I barely played the season. Also, I think we were moving in the process of this season, so yeah. I don't remember much about Gotham City, but yeah. Oh, Chapter 3, Season 3, Greasy Grove. Oh, don't expose me. Game or thing, can you... Okay. God tier. First off, you bring back my boy Durburger / Taco, the taco area. Both of my favorite foods and both of my favorite mascots. And then you add purple and cyan. If you guys don't know, those are my favorite colors. That's why it's literally the main colors of Spike, which is the channel mascot. You add both of those colors into my favorite POI, you are deserving of a god tier. Greasy Grove. Awesome. This was probably my favorite restaurant location, mainly because I favored Durburger because it was such an adorable mascot, as opposed to like the creepy... I don't know why, but Tomato Tom, I think that's his name. Tomato Tom always struck me the wrong way, like he's a pedophile. I don't know why, but he just comes off creepy for some reason. Just the human like stare, but then you cut to Durburger, and it's like, oh my god, he's so adorable. Like the tongue sticking out, and then he gets replaced by a taco, which at first didn't like that, but then I remember, oh yeah, I love tacos. So then, boom, bam, Greasy Grove, amazing. I loved Greasy Grove. Happy Hamlet barely landed here. Not because I didn't like it, it's just that there was so many better POIs, and I think I was so focused on getting the Infinity Sword that I basically wasted half of my time trying to get the stuff. But yeah, Haunted Hills. It was pretty alright. The loot was easy to find. It was easy to move around in. It also had a gothic feel to it, which I fucking love. I love when Fortnite does creepy POIs. It's just, you never really land there. The circle is never really there, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very, like, it's like a 1% chance that it's in the storm. But I do remember this POI fondly. Holly Hedges, awesome. It was easy to move around in. You're going to hear me say that a lot, by the way, because that's what I'm rating it off of. I'm rating these POIs off of vibe, off of how flat they are, how easy they're able to move around. I think that it is a fair assumption, estimate. Holly Hedges was an amazing POI. I loved it. Especially landing there with my friend during Remix. Just amazing. This POI... Oh my god, dude, this POI was just... Oh, it was so good, dude. But it is not God tier because I never really landed there, dude. But I remember fondly the building in the middle, how good the loot was. It was basically. Wait, did we have a Pleasant Park? Yeah, we had a Pleasant Park. I was about to say Holly Hedges is like the Pleasant Park of Chapter 2. But Chapter 2 had Pleasant Park, so I don't know, man. I just really liked the vibe of this. Like, I could see myself living in Holly Hedges, happily married with kids. Just, oh, dude, and the placement of it. Oh, dude, I'm gonna tear up. Nostalgia. Junk Junction. I don't remember this place well, but I'm gonna go along with the crew and say Junk Junction was not great. Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, oops, oopsie doopsie, oopsie doopsie. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a fail. Okay, well, awful. I was confused why not great was the bottom. I accidentally moved it. Sorry, y'all. Junk Junction, awful. I'm gonna go along with the crew. I'm gonna take people's word for it. If I remember, Junk Junction didn't have that great of loot. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the people. Lazy Lagoon, I remember it not being that great. The loot was very little. The POI was so small. However, the vibe of the map puts it at not great. I would put it in awful, but the vibe of it, just the lake, the forest around you. Oh, dude, it is just I love that. Lazy Lake. I'm debating whether or not to put it at awesomer. It's at the top of pretty alright. Lazy Lake is the same in the same way that Holly Hedges is. It is a wonderful POI. The placement of it, oh my god, dude, it's just the POI, dude. It was so good. It was so flat. It was easy to move around. You could see your enemy from almost across the POI. The buildings in that place were not too big to where you'd fall to your death. And and the little dip in the middle where you could get two chests, dude. Just I remember this place so vividly, and it's so fun. Lazy Links. I don't remember much about the POI, but I remember it being at least decent, not the best POI. I think loot wise it was average. It was flat enough to where you could get a kill, but also escaping that POI. Escaping the POI was hell, because there would always be somebody up in the building ready to snipe whoever is running away from the POI. In every direction. Every time I'd land there and make my escape, you would get sniped. And the cars there that would spawn there, they were just so slow. And it's like, I'm so happy they added boosts to the game. Otherwise, I would not survive any of the car seasons. Leaky Lake. I remember Leaky Lake a little bit. Not great. A lot of not greats. Wow. No loot, really. I don't even know why it's considered a POI. Is that what it's called? Name locations POIs? Yeah, POI. I don't know why it's a POI. It was more of just like showcasing an event. And I mean, that's cool and all, but yeah, just in my opinion, it was just okay. Lumberyard. Log Jam Lumberyard. It was pretty alright. The loot there, amazing. Storyline wise, I liked that it rotated around in some of the seasons, which I believe we'll be getting into at some point. I don't know. But yeah, Log Jam Lumberyard was a decent place. It was easy to move around in. You could swim your way out of the place. Just, ooh. Lonely Lodge, awesome. I like the shady vibes. And especially in chapter OG, or chapter 6 OG, it is better. Because as you can see on the mini map right here, they definitely added more forest or more trees to Lonely Lodge. And yeah, it just goes up there. Pretty good loot. You could get up onto the tower, the lookout tower, and just vibe. Loot Lake. So there's a lot of versions of Loot Lake. What version is that one? Oh, that's the Neo season, season 9. Yeah, can we zoom out? Thank you. This version of Loot Lake, again, had very little chests in it. It's basically just the same as the other one. Actually, no, I'm going to put you at awful because you didn't have the cool purple glow in the middle. This version didn't. So, yeah. This Loot Lake. Nope. Well, yes and no, but this one. That deserves to go up there. Because of the vibe, the peacefulness of it, and the loot pull that you can get in this. Just coming here, it was just a vibe, dude. And I don't even like sunny time stuff. But when you came here and saw the mini butterflies, you saw the rainbow over Loot Lake. Dude, it was so cute. This Loot Lake, loot pool, awesome. Storyline, awesome. I liked that it had lore importance to it. So, like, you went inside of the vault and then, like, yada, yada, yada. Probably my favorite event that I actually was able to go to. At least one of my favorite events. The volcano shooting up and killing almost everything. Just, it was awesome. Original Loot Lake. A lot of people are going to hate me for this, but awful. Sure, the middle of the lake had pretty good chests. The problem I have with this is how slow you move in the water. Swimming was one of the best things they could have ever added to Fortnite when it comes to lake type stuff. If they had swimming back in chapter 1, I would definitely put Loot Lake at awesome because of the loot. The vibe, I would live here. It's just a vibe. Just everything about this POI was almost perfect. Just if the lake was a little bit deeper and you could swim, I love that. Lucky Landing. Never really visited. I only visited this place once, and that was because of challenges. I never really visited this place. Mega Mall. Not great. I remember this place. Again, this app, dude. Mega Mall, not great. I remember not being able to find my way around this place. It replaced Retail Row, which Retail Row was a pretty good POI. And just, it was just hard to walk around. I think the loot pool too was awful this season. I also barely played this season. Don't know why, again. But yeah, Misty Meadows, awesome. Here's why Misty Meadows is awesome. The vibe. You're going to hear me say the vibe like a lot. I love POIs that are tucked away in a corner of the map or just tucked away in between mountains, and that's what this place was. It also had an amazing lake. Like, if I lived there, I would just sit on the deck all day. I'm not even an outdoors type person. And I just sit on my deck and be like, life. I literally become queso, just sitting on my deck saying, life. It's just such a good POI, dude. We slept on this, dude. It was just so... Oh, dude. I could not get enough of Misty Meadows. Dude, just... Mwah, chef's kiss. Moisty Palms, now. Moisty Palms. I don't remember this one very well. Barely went there. So yeah. Neo Tilted. Not great. Not great. I remember this place was also very hard to walk around. You almost had to use the wind tunnels to move around, because the streets were just so bumpy. Like, it's always up and down, up and down. It was just awful to move around. Paradise Palms. What? Paradise Palms. Yeah, just that. Pleasant Park. Flooded Pleasant Park. Just not great. Normal Pleasant Park, though. Awesome. Flat enough, has enough chests to where it's worth going there. Escaping this place. There's so many, like, blind spots outside of the map to where, like, you can easily escape. Just awesome. Polar Peak, awful. Fucking awful. Unless we are talking about the one where the entire castle's exposed, which, yeah, we are. Okay. We'll put it in pretty alright. The loot pool was, if I remember, was okay. Just, also, you just fall to your death easily if you sneeze. Never really went there. Rave Cave, awesome. The vibe of it was fun. Reality Falls. Bro, just this POI was so beautiful to land at. I remember inside the tree, the loot pool was amazing too. Yeah. Pretty alright for Retail Row. Easy to walk around. It's also bumpy enough to where it's not obnoxiously bumpy, but also to where you have a couple of blind spots. I will say it's hard to kill enemies there. Rickety Rig, awful. Risky Reels, not great. Rocky Reels, not great. Salty Springs, pretty alright. Actually, no. Salty Springs, you get not great either. You're super bumpy, and I'm happy that they put you to rest. Sorry. Salty Towers, not great. Sanctuary, awesome. Actually, yeah. because the loot pool was awesome there. Shifty Shafts, awful. You're very hard to get any good kills in. Sleepy Sound, if I remember, you were pretty alright. Slurpy Swamp, awesome. Actually, wait. How about Top of Awesome? Yeah, Top of Awesome. And then Dirty Docks, you can go into secondary Top of Awesome. No, Sleepy Sound. Stop it. Snobby Shores, not great. Actually pretty good. You had pretty good loot pool. Starry Suburbs, never went there. A Stealthy Stronghold, pretty great. Actually, why am I lying to myself? It was awful. It was hard to maneuver around. Dude. It was just so hard to move around in that place. And escaping the place, just awful. Steamy Stacks. The whole reason that this exists, God tier. Top of God tier. Let me tell you why. I remember every single chest location. At least I think I remember. The first building that you go into, I go into all the time. Steamy Stacks is flat. It is also bumpy enough. It is just so nostalgic for me. And also going into the massive stacking things and being able to fly almost in the middle to the middle of the map was just insane. Steamy Stacks, I love you. It's not just because you're purple. Totally not. Sunny Steps, not great, if I remember. You're hard to move around. You had very little chests, despite you being the one place where I'd assume you would have chests. Just Sunny Steps, you were just awful. Flooded Sweaty Sands. Normal Sweaty Sands, though. You're not a believer beach, but you were pretty all right. Synapse Station. Don't remember you much. The Agency, awesome. The Authority, not great, because it was hard to move around there. You're going to hear that a lot again. You were hard to move around in, because the massive walls and then just like so much flooding, it was annoying. The Block, I feel obligated to put it at God tier, because it was the first creative mode thing ever. Daily Bugle, Fortilla. No, actually, Fortilla, you get a not great, but Daily Bugle, you get an awful. You were the most annoying POI ever, probably. You were so hard to move around. The water was not deep enough to where you could swim, so you were just shimmying your way across the place. It was miserable. The Fortress, awful. It was just a car. The Grotto, it was all right. The Joneses, I'm going to say awful, just because I don't remember much about it. So, the Rig, pretty all right. The Shark, you were pretty all right too. The Spire, awful. Man. Okay. The Yacht. The Yacht was actually awesome, in my opinion. Tilted Towers, pretty all right. Tilted Town, awful. Tomato Temple, awful. Tomato Town, no, not really awesome. All right. Sorry I'm not giving an in-depth thing with these last ones. I have something to do, so. Viking Village, awful. Why does it have a name? Weeping Woods, awesome. or not Weeping Woods, Wailing Woods, awesome. Weeping Woods, God tier. That is my list. If you don't agree with it, that's you. But me, I think that this is a valid thing. But we will be doing chapter 4 at some point in the future, and then eventually chapter 5. And then whenever chapter 6 is over, we'll do chapter 6. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, hope you guys had fun. Bye.